What's going on, Flippin Cricket fans? It's Sam once again coming to you, bringing you a review of the YO-ZURI Top Knot Mainline 100% fluorocarbon mainline. So today we're going to go over the box and see if it meets the criteria of what YO-ZURI says this line will do. You see the front, I have the back. On the back of the box, it says it is abrasion resistance. It has abrasion resistance, shock resistance, super durable, thin diameter, virtually invisible, low memory, and superior knot strength. Okay? So now, the first thing, abrasion resistance. For me, that's a no-go. We fished a tournament recently on falls. I fished with a group called Bragg Bass Busters out of the Fayetteville, North Carolina area. And we had our fall classic on Falls Lake, North Carolina. And I had this line as my main line. I was fishing a medium diver, crankbait, trying to catch some fish off the rocks. And after, a quarter of the day, seemed like every other hour, every 2 hours or so, I would have to retie. And honestly, in this tournament, it was hard. It was a struggle for me and my brother. So we really didn't boat many fish. I think we caught, in the whole weekend, we caught 3 fish. And so at this time, I'm cranking, and I'm just coming up with line that needs to be retied because of abrasion. Against the rocks, it don't hold up well against the rocks at all. So for me, abrasion resistance, negative. Shock resistance, I like the line. The line has held up for me with the few fish that I have caught on it, but and it makes it, because of shock resistance, it makes it very sensitive. There's not much bungee. Even I've seen some fluorocarbons, even though they claim to have very low memory, very low stretch. I've seen some that have some sponginess to it, but this one here is very sensitive. It does not have a bunginess to it, a spring action to it, so that makes it actually very sensitive and shock resistant. Super durable. I have to go along with the abrasion resistance. That's a no-go. Thin diameter. Now that's true. It's very thin for the size of the line, and that means that you can get a lot on your line. On your reel. That means you can make longer casts, and for it to be as thin as it is, and it gives you deeper depths on your crankbaits, all of those things. So that's a positive. Virtually invisible. True. Very true. Because it's so thin, and of course it's fluorocarbon, so it's invisible. Low memory. Same thing as the shock resistance. I kind of explained that. There's no bunginess to the line, so it does not kink up very much, and all of those things. Superior knot strength. I have not, in the course of 2 to 3 days of fishing with it, had a knot to break. Now, even though the line was abrased against the rocks and stuff, and it claims to have high abrasion resistance, I actually never broke off a lure because of the abrasion resistance. Now, I might have got hung up, but I didn't break off because of the abrasion resistance. The abrasions on the line. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, would I buy again? I'd give it maybe a 7, between 6 and 7. And if it's on sale, I'll buy it. But if it's not, I probably won't. And the main reason is because it's sensitive, it's thin, and I can actually use it. I would use this more as a leader line than I would something like a cranking line, because evidently it don't do well against the rocks, and possibly not against wood, because it's almost wintertime here. Fish are definitely in the winter transition, so we fish mainly rock on falls. We had them found. We were on them. I lost 2 fish on falls that would have gave me my limit and possibly had me in the money. I think that tournament for 2 days, I don't even think over 10 pounds won. I really don't even remember. But definitely, hey, if you like the video, please like, subscribe, comment, give us a thumbs up, and click the notification bell. We'll have some more content coming to you. We've been absent for a little while. Been doing a lot of things. I'm in transition in barbershop, business, and all of these things. And so, hey, I'm thankful for whoever's watching and you all sticking around with us as long as you have. It's amazing that we're still here. I don't take it for granted. It's an honor. So, hey, remember, as long as you continue to flip your cricket, you're bound to get a bite.